One of my aunts, my tia Cindy, she made it a point where at least once a month, she would drive all the way over to our house in LA, pick us up, and drive all the way back to Corona del Mar. It was her favorite beach around here. Those were fond memories. My father's not really in my life. He's sort of been in and out since I was a young child. I had to grow up a lot faster than most people, because I have my mom to take care of, I have my 2 sisters to take care of. Like, everything's on me. When I first landed here, I was working 3 jobs, and it had gotten pretty rough for me. I was always tired, didn't really know anybody here. It reflected in my work. That led to Rachel reaching out to my company and requesting to speak to me.
After I had a couple of complaints, I guess, let's put it that way, that they didn't feel like he was being responsive, that I decided to just check back in with the vendor, and they actually offered to replace him right away.
It made me feel pretty awful. It seemed like, for me, every place that I had worked at, I never really felt wanted. Every time that I left, they made it pretty clear, like, it didn't matter.
And my response was no. Let me have a conversation with him, make sure he understands what our expectations are.
When we started speaking, she asked me, "Is everything okay with you?" That really surprised me, because aside from my family, nobody ever really cared about me like that.
What I encountered was a young man who has a tremendous amount of responsibility on his shoulders, and he's 20. He'll be 21 in September. That's a heck of a lot of a burden. So when he shared that with me, my first thought was a little mama bear. I have a little mama bear in me, but also just like, how can we help this young man develop?
She was willing to give me that second chance. She told me that she would pray for me and my family, that everything would get better.
What I really saw from him was a step up and into a responsibility that I don't think he was feeling before, and took that very seriously, and to the point where he's more on top of some of the things than I think we are sometimes.
Slowly but surely, more relationships started opening up with not just staff here, but members of St. Andrews. And hearing their stories was more of a turning point. I was surrounded by so much love and faith, and so my faith started to grow. I went from being really a non-practicing Catholic to becoming a Christian over time. Being baptized at the beach, that's pretty exciting. They'll be wonderful people to meet. Once I meet them, I think we're gonna be kind of our own little family, because we're all getting baptized together.
I will definitely be there for it to celebrate him. I just think that's the coolest thing, that it makes me not only proud of him that he's willing to take that step, but also that's what he's encountered here at St. Andrews, and the family that he's created here, that's the next indicated step that he wants to take, is to proclaim the faith that he has experienced and learned and is claiming for his own.
Being raised Catholic, that basically planted a seed in my mind, as well as plenty of other seeds. All of those seeds over time have been getting watered and sprouting and growing. When I landed here, that's when they grew into big trees, sturdy trees, which is how I want my relationship with Jesus to be.